Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest minds of our time, once said, "However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at." This quote is a powerful reminder that even when life seems overwhelming and insurmountable, there is always something we can do to improve our situation and succeed. It is a call to action, a challenge to rise above our circumstances and find the strength and resilience to keep moving forward, like how we can learn from Stephen King's story in a moment. At its core, this quote is about hope and perseverance. It acknowledges that life can be difficult, but it also affirms that we have the ability to overcome adversity and achieve our goals. It encourages us to look for opportunities and possibilities even in the face of challenges and setbacks. This requires a mindset shift from one of defeat and helplessness to one of optimism and empowerment. One way to approach this quote is to focus on the idea of something you can do. What this means is that we should not become overwhelmed by the magnitude of our problems, but instead break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. By identifying what we can do, we can start to build momentum and gain a sense of accomplishment. This, in turn, can motivate us to tackle larger and more complex challenges. Another key element of this quote is the idea of succeeding. Success can mean different things to different people, but at its core, it is about achieving something that we value and finding a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. It is not just about winning or achieving a specific goal, but about the journey and the personal growth that comes with it. Ultimately, what this quote is saying is that we have the power to shape our own lives and create our own destiny. We may not always have control over the external circumstances that affect us, but we can control how we respond to them. By focusing on what we can do and finding ways to succeed, we can create a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives, no matter how difficult they may seem. For Stephen King's story is one of perseverance in the face of overwhelming odds. From a young age, King knew that he wanted to be a writer. He began writing stories as a child and submitted them to magazines throughout his teenage years. However, his early attempts at writing were not successful, and he received countless rejection letters. Despite these setbacks, King never gave up on his dream of becoming a writer. After graduating from college, he took a series of menial jobs to support himself and his family, all while continuing to write and submit stories to magazines. It wasn't until he was in his mid-20s that he finally achieved success with his first novel, Carrie. However, King's success was not without its challenges. He struggled with addiction and substance abuse throughout much of his career, and in 1999, he was hit by a car while walking near his home in Maine. The accident left him with a collapsed lung, multiple fractures, and a shattered leg. Despite the severity of his injuries, King refused to let the accident slow him down. He continued to write while recovering, and even incorporated his experiences into his work, such as in the novel, Duma Key. Throughout his career, King has become known for his dark and twisted storytelling, drawing on his own fears and experiences to create some of the most iconic horror stories of our time. But despite his success, King remains humble and grounded, never losing sight of his roots or his passion for writing. One of King's greatest strengths as a writer is his ability to tap into the fears and anxieties of his readers. He has an uncanny ability to craft stories that are both terrifying and relatable, drawing on universal fears such as death, loss, and the unknown. In doing so, he has become a master of the horror genre, inspiring countless other writers to follow in his footsteps. But perhaps King's greatest strength is his resilience. Despite facing countless setbacks and challenges throughout his life, he has never given up on his dream of being a writer. He continues to write and publish books to this day, inspiring readers around the world with his words and his story. If there is one thing that Stephen King's life and work can teach us, it is that no matter how difficult life may seem, there is always something we can do and succeed at. Whether it's writing, painting, music, or any other pursuit you may have, the key to success is perseverance and a never-give-up attitude. As King himself once said, the scariest moment is always just before you start. So, take that first step, and who knows what you might achieve. In the modern-day world, many of us face daunting challenges, whether it's a difficult job market, a personal struggle, or a global crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic that affected everyone. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless in the face of such adversity, but Stephen Hawking's quote and Stephen King's story offer an important lesson. There is always something we can do and succeed at, no matter how difficult life may seem. This lesson applies to all areas of life. For example, if you're struggling to find a job, you might consider developing a new skill or exploring a new industry. If you're dealing with a personal challenge like addiction, you might seek out resources like therapy or support groups to help you overcome it. The key is to stay focused on what you can do, rather than what you can't. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or difficulties you're facing, but rather finding ways to overcome them and take control of your situation. By doing so, you can build resilience, confidence, and a sense of purpose that can help you succeed in whatever you set out to do. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed or powerless, take a page from Stephen King's book and keep pushing forward. Remember that success is often the result of persistence and determination, and that even the greatest challenges can be overcome with the right mindset and approach. And if you're still feeling stuck, take inspiration from Stephen Hawking's words and remember that there is always something you can do to make a difference and succeed, no matter how difficult life may seem. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more uplifting future contents, and share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Let's journey together as a community of learners and inspire each other to live our best lives, one great quote at a time.